Peace. So, I just wanted to talk about real fast human connection and how I would say slowly but surely, but it's not even slowly at this point. Like, we are quickly losing touch with what it means to be human, with what it means to be in our human essence, to interact with other people, to form relationships, to build bonds, like all this type of stuff. Like, I'm not going to say technology is a bad thing because I do believe technology has a lot of benefits. A lot of good things have come as a result of technology. A lot of things about life have been made a lot easier, by way of technology. So, like, I'm not hating on technology, but what I'm hating on is technology combined with like the pandemic made people forget what it means to like really be a human, like what it really means to go out there and get what you want, to talk to other people, to interact, to go out, to have fun, to, like, I don't know. And this topic has been coming up in my reality here a lot lately. And in just the sense that, like, we don't know how to communicate without, like, I don't know, anger. Like, I really feel like I cannot say nothing on social media without somebody reading what I say and taking it and shoving it up their ass and making it into a whole other thing that wasn't what it was supposed to be. Like, I can make a simple ass comment and people will drag me through the mud. And I know I've seen it on like and honestly, I do that. Like, let me rephrase. I don't drag anybody through the mud. Like, I'm not gonna like disrespect you. I'm not gonna wish that you were dead. I'm not gonna do all that shit. But I know we've all seen people like wish death on people, like in the comments or in the DMs. Like, we've seen it. People are really crazy out here. The thing is, y'all not really crazy because you're not gonna say it to my face. And that's where the problem comes in. Like, people are so, I don't know, being behind the screen, being behind your phone screen and whatever gives people this sort of confidence that they don't have in real life. And that's where I got the problem. Because, like, say it to my face. And if you can't, you shouldn't be saying it at all. Like, why are we so mean? Like, why are we just so hateful and spiteful towards one another? And I feel like it's because we've been sitting on all these different things. And I'm not saying like being around other people made us fake. But I do believe that being around other people and talking to other people and getting to know other people gave us a different perspective of people to where we wasn't so like angry with them or like pissed off or just so non-tolerant or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really feel like, because here lately, like, I've had conversations with more than one person lately that before I had these conversations, I had not a preconceived notion, but I had a notion in my head about these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt a way, however I felt, about some of these people. And after having conversations with them and just talking, you know what I'm saying? And realizing that I have more in common with people than I realized, and realizing that we're not so different. We actually kind of do have similarities and can relate on different things. And I don't actually hate you and you don't actually hate me. We might actually like each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, that only came as a result of talking, of being open and expressing ourselves and whatever. And that's just really what I feel like we need to get back to. I feel like this AI shit and Siri this and hey Google that and Alexa and just all this other shit that forces you to not have to rely on anybody else for anything. And sure, it's good to be independent. Sure, it's good to be able to get what you need on your own. Like, no, you shouldn't like have to form like codependent relationships in order to survive. But at the same time, like, humans are a tribal people in general. Like, we all seek some form of community. And I feel like being on social media has connected us with pretty much the entire world, and at the same time isolated us so much because everyone just wants to check on the world through Twitter and through Instagram and through Facebook. Nobody actually wants to go out and interact anymore. I was talking to my mom just now, and one of her friends is having a baby shower. And she said when she first posted it, only like 5 people RSVP'd to the baby shower. Pre-pandemic, baby showers was jumping. And I'm not, look, this is one very small example. Like, this is in no way meant to scale the entire realm of like baby showers, and people showing up. Because I'm sure that baby showers people show up to, and it be fat still. But what I'm saying is I'm using that as an example of just a grander scale of different events and whatever that just don't happen no more, or less people show up to them. Like, for example, before the pandemic, I was going to open mics all the time, and they was free. Like, it wasn't like I had to pay for everyone I went to. I was going to them, I was performing in them, I was having a good time. After the pandemic, literally, I could think of one place that does like two places that do consistent open mics. And before that, I literally went to at least 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? Two places that consistently still do them. One of them only does it once a month. The other one, I think, is every other weekend. I'm not entirely sure. But what I'm saying is, it's just not the same. Like, everybody wants to be virtual now. Like, and there is an ease when it comes to virtual reality. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm saying, like, I get it. Technology is not a terrible thing, but it's a terrible thing when it takes you away from your humanness and what it means to really be a human. And delving into that, like owning that. Like, I feel like on social media and just on the internet in general, people are only posting the good things. You know, they're only posting the things they want you to be jealous of. They're only posting the things they want you to see. They're only posting their happy moments. They're only posting like the vacations, like the nice stuff. They're not posting like the breakdown they just had like last night. They're not posting the breakup they just had. They're not posting the fact that the car that they posted in is a rental. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not posting all the things that are real. And the things that I just named, those are not things to be ashamed of. But because of social media and the rise of it, we feel ashamed of these things. We feel ashamed of simply being a human. And so we judge people. And more than judging other people, we are judging ourselves. We are comparing ourselves to all these false realities, all these made up realities that people are just wanting to show you. Like, we judge ourselves, we compare ourselves against this, and then turn, we do it to other people. And I think that's why it's so hard for us to want to connect with anybody, because we get on social media and we think we know them, we form all these preconceived notions, and then we just think, oh, I hate that person, I don't like the person, they fake, they this and the third, blah blah blah. When in reality, like, I don't know, I think we should, honestly, like, they was talking about the internet being down for a certain number of days, or whatever, something like that. I was with it. I was like, look, we could probably fucking use that shit. I'm gonna be real. And let's be real, like, I actually deleted Instagram and Facebook and TikTok off my phone a few days ago. And I think it's been like 3 or 4 days at this point, and I just downloaded it back, both of them. And I didn't even do it like with an intent, like, oh, I'm gonna delete it for a week, or I'm gonna delete it for whatever. I didn't do it for that. I deleted it literally because I found myself scrolling too much. I found myself on my phone way too much, indulging in social media way too much. I found myself, when I put my phone down, I would pick it up and I'll just go immediately to the Facebook app for nothing, because there's nothing there to see except other people's lives, you know? And these past few days, like, you know, I've been waking up, not jumping on my phone, and literally, no sooner I delete the apps off my phone, I'm working on my wall mural again. I'm reading again, you know, like, I'm journaling again. I'm doing my yoga every day. Like, I'm so much more in tune with my life and who I am and who I want to be. I'm having conversations with people. I'm actually talking to people. I'm interacting. All these things as a result of just deleting apps off my phone for only a few days. So I'm not saying social media is a terrible thing and stay off of it forever and blah, blah, blah. But what I am saying is, like, give yourself, like, you know, that space and that distance from it, so that you don't constantly compare yourself to these unrealistic standards that literally only exist in our heads. Things don't have value until you give value to them. And that's just the truth, you know, like, that's just the truth. So I just want to come on here to say, like, you know, not only love others, but love yourself, you know, and take some time away from virtual reality to actually be in reality. Like, the earth is beautiful, and it was given to us. Like, it's a gift, and we're just squandering it. Like, AI for what? Why do we need robots to do everything for us? Why are we so incapable as humans? Everything we need is already here. And like I said, I'm not dogging technology, because it's great. It's made a lot of things easier, but it's also hindering us in a way, you know, like the polarity of life, where there's that duality, like, super good, it can also be super bad. And I just feel like we're leaning into the super bad side of social media right now. it's just not healthy. It's so not healthy to sit up and just consume so much of everybody else's thoughts, their lives, of so much hate that people want to spew, like just consuming. And we weren't, I'm not gonna say we weren't made to consume, because obviously we were, because we consume, but we were also made to create. And I just made a whole video about consumerism versus creation, because I heard somebody else say it in their video, and they literally, all they said was consumer versus creator, and that struck such a chord within me. Like, I don't want to sit up and be a consumer all my life. Like, I don't want to be only a consumer, like, I know that I have beautiful ideas in my head. I have capabilities. I am talented. I'm smart. I'm gifted. I am loving. You know what I'm saying? I'm compassionate. Like, I'm wise. Like, I'm all these things. And all these things will go to waste if I just sit and consume the shit of everybody else. Because consuming the shit of everybody else, you'll be thinking thoughts that you weren't thinking before. You'll be desiring things that you weren't you'll be desiring things you weren't desiring before. You'll have all these different things you think you believe that you didn't believe before. And I'm not saying like it's bad to change your mind about stuff sometimes, but when you sitting up constantly reading just so many conflicting opinions and views about so many different things, like, it's gonna drive you crazy. It overwhelms you. You know what I'm saying? Like, take some time to just detach and just be with you. That's all I'm saying. So thank you. Peace.